So Paula, how do we confront our fears?
Well, first of all, Tony, it's really helpful for us to tune into what it is we are actually fearing. And that's a deliberate practice, to stop avoiding the thing that we're fearing and to face it head on.
Do we often know what it is we're actually fearing though? And, when there's so much going on?
Well, I think on the surface, it can look fairly obvious. Like, I don't have a job,
Right.
I've got no money, what's going to happen to me? But I think that that's just an access point to this deeper thing that we're taking care of.
Yeah.
Will I be safe? Can I protect my kids? I'm unworthy because I can't make this work right now. And that is a much deeper kind of orientation that most of the time we avoid. And we avoid it by typically keeping busy. And if we're working at home at this point in time, there's a lot of time, there's a lot of space for thinking, and we can't outrun it. And this is what produces that feeling of uncertainty. So it's about, I think, making friends with the thing that makes you really uncomfortable. And that means you have to confront it. And it's a really difficult thing to do, but it's really helpful, because when you confront it, you take the power of fear away.
So you're saying this is a time to confront your fear rather than run away from it. So what are some of the typical things that people do, or we do, when we run away from confronting our fear?
Yeah, I think we all do it.
Oh, hands down.
My typical one is I work. Work is my comfort place.
Yeah.
And when I go to work, I feel like I'm back in control of things. But coronavirus may have taken that away for a lot of people, including us. And so instead of having that as a comfort, we've now got this big space, which makes us uncomfortable.
Yeah, right.
Things like alcohol, things like food, things like shopping, all the things that we do as humans, they're our running away places. But right now, we're in a space of being at home, often alone, having time to think, and it's time to just face the thing we fear.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about that. One of the biggest things that I run to, social media.
What do you do?
Pinterest.
and
Pinterest or Instagram.
Yeah.
That's where I go to.
What does it give you when you go there?
Oh, satisfaction, because I don't have to deal with that. But it's always cooking in the background, and it's a good point, because again, it's this agitation, this edginess that lives in the body. And but we don't like that uncomfortable feeling. So Paula, have a think about this for yourself. Have a think about maybe even yesterday, about all the news that's coming out about coronavirus, and what were your fears? And if it's okay, I want to give a demonstration of how this can play out in the body, and how we can be more present to that feeling of what we really fear, rather than running away. So this is a way of teaching us to stay with the feeling and transforming it, rather than disappearing into social media world.
So I actually partook in the social media thing yesterday as well. And the thing that I was looking at was the graph of all of the countries' escalations on coronavirus. And I was looking at the Australian steep line, it's not a curve. And then I was looking at all of the different countries' strategies that they had in place to be able to make the curve more low or more smooth. And I actually was really frustrated looking at that, because I feel like we're not doing enough here.
Right.
And yeah, I can feel my body is, I'm already hunched over with that frustration, because I want it to be over. I want it to be done. And it's not done, and it's not over. And we've got a business to run, and our business is the business of helping people. And I feel like I can't help people enough when that curve is going straight up and I need it to go this way. So I'm not in control.
Okay, so there's a lot of talk there. There's a lot of things going on for you, but what's happening in your body? If you were to share,
it's hunching over. It's getting stiff as you ask me that question.
Okay, so what about your breathing? Where are you breathing from?
Oh, until you asked me that question, I had stopped breathing almost. I had a few words, but it was right up here.
Yeah.
So, but now as soon as you say that, I know the practice is to get my shoulders back and to open out and to do it.
Yeah.
And to deepen my breath.
Yeah, but that feeling, just go back into that
this
hunch.
One, yeah.
Just describe, is it a pleasant feeling?
No,
is it
it's not. It's really tight.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm getting round shoulders, and yeah, I hate it,
Yeah.
but I know that this is my natural place. Look, I want to fight. I can even see my fists are up.
So just on that, what is your natural tendency to do when you experience yourself like that?
Work harder.
Right. So you get out of it and work harder. Right.
I work harder.
So this is the point that we want to make, is that rather than going away and working harder, there is another way to have a different experience of ourselves in these uncertain times. And that is, how would it be now if you just acknowledged that feeling? Just acknowledge it. Just go, hey, look at this. Isn't this interesting?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I am. I'm laughing at myself because
Right.
I know this in my head, but it's not a head thing, right?
No.
It's a body thing. So I understand that it's time to try and make that shift away.
Yeah, right. Okay.
From doing this to getting back into, okay, I can't control it. I've got to be with it.
Okay, good. So that's a more healthy story that
Yeah.
you're telling yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would it be in this moment, just accepting all the body provocations, all the stress and tension that's going on, but you just leant back into the back of your chair for a moment and have a sense that you're lengthening your body, like you're pulling your body up. Yeah, right. And then see how you go with dropping your breath down deeper into your tummy, like breathing deeper. Yeah, and just focus on your breath and relax all those facial muscles. In other words, take the worry in this moment out of your face and just let it go for a second. And while you're tracking me, what's going on with that story that you had about I have to rush away, or I'm angry about what's going on? What's happening as you more tune into what's going on around your body?
I just feel lighter in my head.
Okay.
I feel like I've got oxygen, actually.
Right.
And I don't really have as many words left.
Okay. So what's your sense on the tension or the drama of that fear or anxiety that you once had? What's happening to that?
It's going away.
It's going away.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can feel my shoulders aren't as stiff, or I'm not ready to fight. It's like, oh, okay, just relax.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe this is a way for all of us to begin to practice more breathing and more being in our body rather than being in our head with all those unconstructive stories of fear and anxiety. Maybe we can just be present to ourselves in those moments to lessen the tension. And that'll enable us to be more present to what's important for us in this time.